Good morning, guys. We're about to get the day started. It's been a full, crazy morning with lots of chores. You can see what we're working on. Corn, more green beans coming in, and a heck of a lot more corn. So before I got cooking today, I had to make sure I milked the cow, make sure that I've got laundry going. Laundry's got to go on the line. We've got goodies for the goats and the cows. They love the corn shucks, and or husks, if you will. And we are just gonna rock and roll. This is why I am delaying breakfast today, because I want to get a lot of things started and chores going, and then have a small breakfast, and then we'll hopefully have a big dinner. So we'll just see how it goes. All right, guys, this is what I've done. I am utilizing my root cellar as refrigeration. So in here last night, I put cold water inside my crock, which is way down in here. Ooh, that's cold. And then I placed my meat in there. As you can see right here, it's nice and chilled. And then I've also got my tortillas. So as a quick fry up, this is what I'm doing. Just a little side note, guys, I brought this up. I'm gonna roll out my tortillas real quick. I want you to see, not hard, completely cooled, completely fresh, ready to roll out. The meat, cool and frosty. I've got cold water in the bottom. And I'm telling you, I just had my youngest come over and feel this, and he felt the outside of the crock pot, like right here. I said, what does that feel like? He's like, what do you mean? I said, does it feel like it's been sitting out? He said, no, it feels like it came out of the refrigerator. So, buying an old farmhouse with a really nice root cellar, or having a root cellar on your property, is a huge asset. Is this going to be long-term refrigeration for me? No, but for a quick overnight deal, something like this, or to keep butter, baby, it's going to be effective. So like I said, I just put about an inch or two of cool water down, really cold water last night. It is cold. That is cold water. That is cold, cold water. I can't, that is just mind-blowing. And then I place these in here. I put it on the flooring at the north side of the cellar. Overnight, we're ready to cook. Problem solved. All right, guys, I'm cooking my tortillas up real fast. Again, these are the ones I stored in my root cellar, my 1870 root cellar. We have an entire video on our root cellar if you want to see about that. And I'm just cooking these up real quick. I'm starting to heat these. Now, I'm using today, it's called Free. This is called a simple charcoal grill, but I'm building just a quick, simple fire. I'm going to have to add a little bit more wood to it here in just a minute. So I'm going to work with that, but it's called wood that my children collected, a grate that I have, and a Free charcoal grill. We don't use charcoal a whole lot, so I'm transforming into this. Works like a charm. All right, guys, so this is what I'm going to do. My tortillas are, they are hot and ready to go, ready for breakfast. What I'm going to do next is quail eggs. Time to go through and have some yummy quail eggs, or I'm going to just scramble them up, and I'm going to cook those, and then I'm going to put them in with my icebox mixture here of last night's beef, beans, corn. I had just a little bit left over. We're making that work. Then I'm going to have a side of cherry tomatoes, and with one of my tortillas, I'm going to make another strawberry preserves tortilla. You talk about slap your granny good. Oh my, let's get cooking. Isn't that gorgeous? These are my quail eggs. I'm going to have 12 of them whipped up. They are so precious and delicious. Oh, you just have no idea. And look at that color, almost like a soft seafoam / Tiffany blue color in there, a little bit more on the green side, but just gorgeous. So we're gonna start mixa. Just a splash of raw milk or cream if you've got it. Just a splash, just a hair, as they say. add salt to my eggs. I like to add just a splash of pepper with the raw milk. All right, now we're going to put the lard in the skillet that's been heating up on the fire, and we're going to get her going. All right, breakfast is almost complete. We're going to go ahead and start these. And of course, as I told you, I've got little gremlins around. So quail eggs along with our mix from last night, leftover tortillas, everything chilled and cooled and set in our root cellar, ready for a quick fry up. That's why I'm not using the wood stove this morning, but this right here, a great efficient setup that you can move even under, somewhere that's covered like right now and cook on with what you're seeing. I can heat water, I can fry up eggs, I can do all sorts of things in a jiff, okay? But what I'm gonna do next is take my homemade canned preserves that you saw again last night. I'm making the most of what I already have. So we're gonna have this again, I'm gonna fry these up, and then we've got water to boil. We've got things to do. All homegrown, all from your food storage, all cooled in the root cellar. You can do this. All right, guys, I started working before I had the camera in hand. That's how much you got to move. Okay, so I've got water getting really, really hot on the stove. So what I want to go ahead and do is add my soaked beans, white beans. I'm going with white beans because they don't take as long to cook. Okay, so I'm going to place them in the water. And I'm going to start getting these really hot and really cooked and just nurse the fire a little bit more. This is a great deal here because I have used probably a third of the amount of wood that I have for a wood stove. Now, I love my wood stoves, but if you're trying to cook quick and get things going and using alternative methods along with it, something like this, again, was free. Took the grate off the cowboy grill that I already had. This was free. The wood's free. Doesn't get any better than that, folks. You got to work with what you've got, okay? And you've got to work your skills and understand how things operate and not expect them to work for you. It doesn't work that way. You have to work it. That's what homesteaders do, and that's how people survive. Okay, just to show you, because I know a lot of you are going to ask about how I feed the fire if it's got this grate on it. Very simple. I took the original grate off that comes with this little deal right here, this charcoal grill, and we have a bigger one, okay? And the sides flip up, so you can kind of just rotate things a little bit, push it back, and boom. The great thing about this is you use minimal wood. You have to keep feeding it, yes, but they're small pieces. You gotta love this. You gotta love it. Works like a charm. Very little wood. I'm also heating up some rice while I'm at it. I just got it kind of set into the side while I'm trying to really get a lot out of this. And of course, we've got coffee. Why not? This entire project is about testing different things at different times, different methods, because that is how you learn real skills. All right, guys, so what I've got going here real quick while the fire was still going, I just want to go ahead and pre-prep a couple of things like I told you. I've cooked up some rice. I don't need a huge amount, so I just used an 8-inch skillet from Lodge. Put some water in it, just a hair of oil, put the jasmine rice in it, and then I've cooked it, and then I've gone to the duck house and got a fresh duck egg, and you can see what's cooking right up in the middle. Any leftovers from breakfast are going to be going with the rice and the egg. We've got beans going and coffee. Just testing out the coffee for now. I may not end up drinking it simply because I look like I just ran a marathon. You know, it's that's the way it goes. All right, so breakfast is a hit, lunch is a hit, a little bit of prep for dinner. We're going to put some of this away, and we'll see you at dinner time. Well, excuse me, we're seeing you at dinner time right now. We'll see you at supper, baby. All right, guys, kids, boys, gather around. Lunch is served. All right, guys, I'm on the go, go, go. We're working, and I need a little pick-me-up. So what am I choosing to go to today? Good old-fashioned Tang. We're talking about things that you put away in your food storage, things that are in there at least 1 to 2 years that you can use and you can have on an easy rotation. Tang is one of those things. High in vitamin C. Now do your homework, people. I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just telling you what I do. I like the taste. I like knowing I've got this back in my arsenal. I can make tea with this that is killer. Russian tea. I've got a video on it. Once you start drinking that, you're going to love the world again. So I'm telling you, great to have as a backup. Great as a pick-me-up, a fruit drink, vitamin C, all of the above. Again, this is about food storage. Would you starve? Things to go to. Tang is in my pantry. What is going on here? Let me tell you. Do you remember earlier today, this morning, when I had soaked my white beans all night and I boiled the water this morning and I got them boiling kind of like a power boil, as your mama would always tell you? Well, after the fire started to die and we went into routine of cleaning house and homeschooling and all the things that we were doing, I brought them over into our hot trailer. See this? I'm telling you, you can't keep your hand on it. Covered it with towels and an old blanket. And I've been boiling beans. This is super hot. I'm going to have to put mitts on. I'm going to carry them over to my small Dutch oven, and I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm going to let them continue to cook as I prep all the rest of dinner. All right, guys. My little bit of beans are going, and so is my fried cornbread. All right, guys, so we have the beans finishing up in the little Dutch oven. It's so cute. It's the 2-quart by Lodge. Then I've got the cornbread out there frying as well. My husband's just keeping an eye real quick. I've come in to pull the potatoes. We're going to fry up some potatoes tonight. We're also going to fry up corn because Lord knows we've got corn. We'll have a side of vegetables, and I've got bread. Ooh, the bread recipe we have from the homestead is rising up, and I'm going to attempt some type of little donut concoction. We'll just see how that turns out. All right, guys, we've got our potatoes started. I'm testing my coffee because we didn't finish it this morning. Got my beans cooking over here, and we've got fried cucumbers. Not fried pickles, oh no, fried cucumbers. Gotta keep working, must keep working. All right, guys, filming fast because I gotta put my whole camera here on charge. So what I did, I've got already over here, let's start, boom, 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 boom. I've got fried cornbread, awesome. It's absolutely delicious, right there. Then I started frying up my cucumbers. So got a few left, we'll kind of pick at that too. Got my fried cucumbers over here. Took the same skillet, I've got fried corn. Fresh corn off the cob, right there frying up. We are frying up potatoes right here, and there is how my beans are turning out. So them getting all that heat all day long, working perfectly. Coffee's brewing, so we're gonna continue to let this cook. I'm gonna let the camera cool down. It's hot and low on battery. We'll show you the end result of our dinner, and I'm gonna try to get this bread going because I'm gonna attempt this little dessert. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys, so dinner is done. We've got fried potatoes, we've got white beans, we've got fried corn, fried cornbread, fried cucumbers, and homegrown tomatoes. Every bit of this is absolutely from food storage and farm fresh. I've got some bread rising, so we'll see how that fares out. I'm gonna pour some cool water. I might even make another little glass of Tang, who knows. Hope you enjoy this video, and we appreciate y'all coming along for the ride. If I add another little blurb, you'll hear me say that again, but you know what? That's okay, because we love you, and we appreciate everything that you do for us here at Appalachia's Homestead. It's time to dig in. All right, guys, homemade bread recipe. You can find it on the blog. It's a wonderful thing, and very popular. It's very versatile. I made an entire batch. I've split it in half. One batch is going to a loaf of bread that I'm going to attempt in the Dutch oven. Pray on that. And then also what I'm doing is I've made mini rolls, and what I'm going to do is cook them like you would donuts in your vegetable oil over here in the carbon steel, and then I'm going to roll it real quick in the sugar and cinnamon. Hey, when you're making homemade stuff and you're working with wood heat, you go with what you got. Let's go. Hello. We're moving. We're grooving. That's what I'm talking about right there. All right, guys, my camera shut down. We had to start it over. Had to take some stuff off the camera. We're just plopping them in there now. Watch out now, you'll get burned. All right. Homemade dough, all made by hand, kneaded by hand. We're just gonna plop these in here. I didn't do out the holes. We're not doing that. We're simple. We're crazy simple, stupid. Why make it complicated? So getting this going, and they cook fast, people. Fast, fast. See, here's another example of that Lodge carbon steel. Now I know it's a little bit uneven here, so we're watching that. All right, we better get them back. Bring this over. Grab the other one off of here. I'm going back and forth fast, people. All right. And I hope you catch my other video that I'm making simultaneously. Let me take you over here. Ooh, 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 ooh. Making cheese. Get away from there. Making cheese. All right, we're gonna finish up dessert here. The kids are loving it. Getting all this ready to go, and this is going too for bread. Busy day here on the homestead. Thanks for watching, and we appreciate you all so much for your support here at Appalachia's Homestead. That one right there has my name on it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. Folks, everything you're seeing straight from the food pantry, straight from your food storage. It's just a matter of how much of what do you need, and that's what we're figuring out for you. Y'all take care out there, and we'll talk to you soon. Just want to go ahead and preview for tomorrow's filming. This is so hot I can barely touch it. This took 20 minutes to cook in the Dutch oven. This is my homemade bread recipe, the ultimate bread recipe you find on the blog that Miss Homestead Lady was just so gracious to share with everybody, who is teaching me so many wonderful real skills from a real homesteader. And I'm going to tell you right now that I have made the bread. We made the little donuts. They're not really donuts, but nonetheless, the yummies. And I've made a whole loaf of bread. I came over here. Open flame, open fire, large Lodge cast iron skillet. Put a little parchment in the bottom. We put it on the side, and we've been turning it every 5 minutes to get it going. Then I raised it up, and when the bottom was starting to turn really brown, I flipped it. You've seen this with my crusty bread recipe that we've done inside. That's how you work these things in these Dutch ovens. Now, a lot of people like to put them in the coals and put things on top and yada, 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 yada. This was made with a couple little turns, one flip, 20 minutes, just like that, okay? I got a cow to milk. I can't be deep thinking this, and neither will you in a crisis situation. So try different methods in making your breads. This is what this whole food storage challenge is about. It's not just about how much we have in our pantry, what all do we need in our pantry, what do we prefer to eat, how do we make things work. It's about working with your methods, and the most reliable method that you have all year round, any weather situation, is going to be wood heat, because we got wood heat here, we got wood heat there, we got wood heat right over here, we got wood heat inside the house. We can move them around. So always remember that there's all kinds of wonderful methods, and we should practice them all when we are cooking and we are trying to be self-reliant. but nothing beats wood heat, and it's a complete skill. You mess up a lot, okay? You mess up, but you got to keep doing it to finesse it, and before you know it, you're going to have the most outstanding breads and foods cooking right on the wood heat, and everybody's going to eat just like everybody in the past and just like your mama did. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great day. I had to add this because you'll be seeing this bread tomorrow, because this is making my breakfast and lunch situation for tomorrow. So wanted to give you a little preview. Y'all have a great night.